Switching gears now to some great news on gas. The cost just keeps going down, and today the price for a gallon of regular is the lowest it's been all year. It's just $3.25. That's great. Well, there's some bad news. We're still paying more for this time of year than ever before, but experts say the downward trend will continue. And Oscar Carboni from OMNI Trading Academy is here to tell us why. Oscar, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Melissa, for having me.
So gas prices are the lowest that they've been all year now today, but we're still paying the most we're ever going to pay this holiday season. Explain that to me.
Well, as far as paying more at the pump, you know, one of the things that we've been mired in is giving help to our economy, and that requires printing of U.S. dollars, and lots of them, as the Fed's been doing. So I think one of the small reasons why you're paying more for gas today than you did last year at this time is basically because our dollar's buying us slightly less now than it did then. However, there is another side of this, and we have a technical picture that absolutely shows us that gasoline is in a downward parallel channel and certainly would go lower as time passes. And we are now looking at the 200-bar moving average for the crude oil market, which is getting below
down.
That.
It's moving down without
Absolutely.
question. I have one reason for that, though. I was looking at some of the stats, and consumption is expected to be about 8.73 million barrels a day. That is the lowest level since 2001. Why do you think our gasoline consumption is so low right now?
You know, there is a lot of conservationism going on. There are a lot of cars now that are not using nearly as much gas as they're used to.
No,
here's something
that's
very
not
exciting.
It. No, come on.
Oh, there's a lot.
No,
there's a lot of things that come together here.
Wait, that's the reason.
And
the economy is slow and prices are high.
Well, sure, there is that. But, you know, we are getting a huge supply of gas and crude and natural gas to this country that we've never seen before. We now, or at least I know from reading the statistics, we are online by 2017 to surpass the Middle East in providing crude oil. We will be producers of crude oil and natural gas. It appears that we will be the biggest producers of natural gas on the planet over the next 10 to 15 years. Now, that is a reason why many companies are starting to gear for lower prices. On top of that,
I mean, that's
more
absolutely
exciting
true from a
news.
natural gas point of view, but when you're talking about oil,
Sure.
we have to do a hell of a lot of fracking and really focus on shale to get there from an oil point of view. And I'm not sure that we have an EPA or environmentalists in our country that are supportive of that.
Well, of course, that fight will continue, but we are absolutely getting freer with our drilling. And remember this, we just found in the state of Nevada the biggest oil find ever. They think it surpasses what's under the ground in Saudi Arabia. And then last year, we found a huge deposit in the Utah mountains. There is more oil looking at coming out of this country than ever in our past. And then, of course, let's take it short term, right? We do have the charts telling us it's going to go lower.
Right.
Then you have this storm that trashed the whole eastern coast. There are so many people that are not going to be out Christmas shopping, that aren't going to be driving on vacation, that are literally repairing their homes and trying to get their lives back together. I toured the whole area just a few days ago. It's still in devastation.
It is.
So there is that. There's not a lot of use of the gasoline like there would have been across the eastern coast this time of year.
That's
so
a depressing note to
factors.
end on, Oscar, but we got to end it there. We're out of time. Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
So here's the question of the day. Are you factoring the price of gas into your Christmas shopping this year? We've got mixed reactions so far. Some folks saying yes, they are buying online. Other folks telling me where to buy cheap gas. I love that. That was great. All right, we want to hear what you think. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MelissaFrancisFox, or follow me on Twitter, which is fun, I promise, at Melissa A. Francis. All right, time now for today's Fuel Gauge report. A new oil rig has arrived off the coast of Cuba for exploratory drilling near a major tourist resort. This renews the country's search for petroleum after 3 failed wells this year. Drilling is to begin in the coming.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.